Okay, we know that Satan's transgression, his great transgression, really the only basically sinning that he did, apparently, or most of the only sinning or the worst sinning that he did, his greatest sin basically was trade. He made it to where they could trade worldwide, and because of that, it increased the violence among the people. Um, because everybody was greedy and wanted money and wanted things. And so until they ended up, hurting their neighbor in the process. So all this transfer of money here and there, all the bank systems, um, all of it is routed in corruption. And I would be very scared, which I am. I'm very, very nervous about the way I handle my money, because if I don't handle it properly, like, okay, we got a stimulus check, right? I literally went out and spent the money on a computer and things for the computer. What I could have spent the money on instead, which I'm realizing too, which I'm also doing too, is somewhat, is spending money on homeless people, because I don't want the violence among the neighbors to be. I mean, it's clear there's violence going on here. They can't get what they need until, well, not a lot, but some of them end up dying, or some of them end up sick and can't go to the doctor. That's violence right there. Even if they're just sick and can't go to the doctor or can't go to the dentist, that is basic needs that they can't meet or to eat. Most of them have trouble getting enough food, because food is not cheap, not really, and as much as people wanna make it seem like it's cheap, it's not cheap. Even if your government pays for it, like I get food stamps personally, I get some food stamps, but which is based on my income, and which is my income is very low. Oh, let's just put it that way. But I get food stamps. For that. And but anyway, I've said I've tried to donate some to the homeless. Like, I try to give like $30 a month to homeless people and different things like that, because the violence is seriously increasing, and the more the people increase on the earth, the more violent it gets, which happened also in Noah's time, before the flood. People got increasingly violent as the mighty men of renown came down. It just said, it didn't say the angels got violent. It didn't say the demons got violent. It said the people got violent. So that there was a lot of evil and corruption going on there too. So I just kind of wanted to warn people and let them know. And if you happen to stumble across this video, it's not right to do that to people. It's not right to be violent with them based on the fact that you just want money, or you just want, me personally, I'm not gonna, of course, I didn't have a computer. I haven't had a computer for about 10 years now, because I had the money for it to some extent, but I spent the money on people and things that I thought were good to spend it on. I spent the money on people. I spent the money on buying yarn, which I made tops with, which are cheaper than regular clothing. But also there's sweatshops involved with regular clothing, which is once again violence based on money, which is what happened to all the communist countries, too, before they became communist, which made them become communist. Was people were taking the money and the government couldn't replenish it. And so that's kind of what happened there too. So I'm even wondering if these stimulus checks are right. But it's clear that the taxpayers can pay for it. It can be paid for. But it's going to cost in the long run too. You can't just get free money. It costs in the long run, where you have to produce more goods, so you have to work harder. Or work longer for probably work more. It would come probably in the form of overtime. So, but anyway, that is my thoughts on the violent situation with Lucifer and Apollo and all the fallen angels. My opinion of them is they increase violence by trade. So, and it actually says that in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament. You might be able to look it up in a concordance or something like that. Look for Lucifer, transgression, violence. Um, probably that, Lucifer, transgression, and violence. You could probably look for, let's see, transgression, and it's like Isaiah or Jeremiah, I'm thinking. But so for a concordance, I would look for transgression, Lucifer. Look for the word in the concordance, transgression, or look for the word in the concordance, Lucifer. And look in Isaiah and Jeremiah, and that's probably in one of those two if I'm remembering correctly.